Defend freedom against ruthless terror. With the increased firepower of doubting today's weapons, every infantryman must be trained standard in over 200 tasks to defeat our enemies on any battlefield. These infantry graduates today are accomplished marksmen, able to engage the enemy day and night. They understand how to shoot, move, and communicate as a team. They are adaptable warriors who fight as a mechanized force, being strikers with gravities in the skies, airborne or air assault. Whose training is the basis for our elite special operations warriors. Most importantly, they are patriots who in time of war raise their right hand and swear an oath to God and country to defend the Constitution of the United States against any enemy. If called upon to fight building to building, Baghdad or Fallujah, through the ridges of Mazar Sharif, Jalabad and Afghanistan, to deliver aid and provide security in the Horn of Africa and the Caribbean. These soldiers make a difference in today's complex operating environment. Ladies and gentlemen, the Infantry Rifle Squad and Mortar Section. The soldiers placing the mortars into action are indirect fire infantrymen from today's graduating class of Delta Company, 1st Battalion, 19th Infantry Regiment. Commonly known as mortarmen, they received 2 weeks of mortar-specific training to provide internal indirect fire support for the rifle company in order to destroy the enemy, suppress fires, screen infantry units, and enable their fire and maneuver. The M224A1 60mm mortar system is a muzzle-loaded, smooth-bore, high-angle fire weapon that can be fired in conventional or handheld mode to provide timely and accurate indirect fire with devastating results. The 60mm mortar section consists of 6 soldiers. The section is led by a staff sergeant. He carries the M32 lightweight handheld mortar ballistic computer, the RT-1523 Echo, and radio. The section sergeant is assisted by the squad leader. He holds the rank of sergeant and also carries the same ballistic computer and radio. The section sergeant and squad leader provide fire direction control for the mortar section. They may operate together or in split section as 2 separate mortar squads. Each squad has a gunner. He carries the 60mm lightweight cannon, M8 base plate, and the M67 sight unit. The mortar's maximum rate of fire is 30 rounds for the first minute and 20 rounds for each additional minute indefinitely. The maximum effective range is 3,490 meters. The 60mm mortar system weighs 38 pounds in conventional mode and 20 pounds in handheld mode. Each squad has an assistant gunner. He carries the M170A1 bipod, the M14 aiming stakes, and the M4 carbine as his primary weapon. The M224A1 mortar fires 6 different types of ammunition: training, high explosive, white phosphorus, illumination, infrared illumination, and the mortar anti-personnel, anti-material round. The soldiers you now see before you are members of the infantry squad, and they are wearing the equipment they trained with and will carry into combat. The squads are led by a staff sergeant. He is armed with an M4 carbine. The M4 carbine is the latest evolution of the M16 family, designed for use in vehicles and close quarters combat. The squads have 2 fire teams. Each fire team is led by a sergeant. He is also armed with an M4 carbine. This carbine is fully modular with an integrated receiver rail system that can mount the M68 close combat optic and an AN-PIC-15 infrared laser designator used to engage targets at night. Each fire team has 1 automatic rifleman. He is armed with an M249 squad automatic weapon. This is the squad and vehicle machine gun. It has a cycle rate of fire of 850 rounds per minute and weighs 17 pounds. Each fire team has 1 grenadier. He is armed with an M4 carbine and an M320 grenade launcher, which fires a variety of 4mm grenades to include high explosive, illumination, colored smoke, and buckshot. The M320 provides an invaluable indirect fire capability to the infantry squad. The remaining soldier in each fire team is the rifleman. He is armed with an M4 carbine and the M136 84 anti-tank launcher. The AT-4 fires an 84mm shaped charge capable of defeating up to 14 inches of rolled homogeneous steel and breaching bunkers or masonry walls in urban structures. Additionally, each one of these soldiers is wearing the advanced combat helmet with the AN PVS-14 binocular night vision device. This night vision device allows the soldier to see in low or no light conditions. Coupled with the laser designator on his weapon, he can place effective fire on all targets at night. On his torso, he is wearing the IOTV, or Improved Outer Tactical Vest, which consists of 4 armored plates capable of stopping small arms fire and fragmentation. Additionally, he's wearing ballistic eye protection, knee and elbow pads, and a water hydration system. All members of today's infantry squads and mortar sections are from Alpha Company, 2nd Battalion, 54th Infantry Regiment, Fox Company, 2nd Battalion, 54th Infantry Regiment, Charlie Company, 1st Battalion, 50th Infantry Regiment, and Delta Company, 1st Battalion, 19th Infantry Regiment. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the modern-day warrior, armed and equipped to fight and win anywhere, anytime, in any type of terrain against any enemy. These infantrymen are trained and motivated to defend our country and preserve our way of life. Ladies and gentlemen, please join us in a round of applause for the United States Army Infantry Rifle Squad and Order Section. Ladies and gentlemen, now returning to the parade field is the United States Army Maneuver Center of Excellence Band.
No, it's because I put it close, see? I put it close, that's all. Well, I don't care about Facebook. I'm recording it. I'm gonna send this to my friends. This I'm recording it.
Now marching on the parade field are the infantrymen of Alpha Company, 2nd Battalion, 54th Infantry Regiment, Fox Company, 2nd Battalion, 54th Infantry Regiment, Charlie Company, 1st Battalion, 50th Infantry Regiment, and Delta Company, 1st Battalion, 19th Infantry Regiment.
need to get back.
The commander of troops for today's ceremony is Captain Michael P. Goodman, Executive Officer of the 2nd Battalion, 54th Infantry Regiment.
I gotta get the parts.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the invocation and remain standing for the arrival of the official party. Captain Christensen, 2nd Battalion, 54th Infantry Regiment Chaplain, will offer the invocation.
Hear these words from Psalm 140. Deliver me, O Lord, from evil men. Preserve me from violent men who plan evil things in their heart and stir up wars continually. As your faith permits, please join with me in prayer. O Lord, thank you for these great soldiers and their leaders who are committed to the Army and who are willing to preserve our nation from evil and violent men. O Lord, continue to increase our competence as soldiers and keep us honorable in our character so that we might stand strong against those who plan evil things in their hearts. O Lord, as wars stir up continually, place your eternal blessing upon all these soldiers and their families. Deliver us, O Lord, from evil men. Preserve us from violent men who plan evil things in their heart and stir up wars continually. Amen.
Amen.
The official party for today's ceremony consists of the 2nd Battalion, 54th Infantry Regiment Commander, Lieutenant Colonel T.J. Siebold, and the Battalion Command Sergeant Major, Kk.khalia. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. Before you are the newest members of the unique band of brotherhood that is the United States Army Infantry. Today, your soldier joins that same fraternity that stormed the beaches of Normandy, hunted the enemy in the Ashaw Valley, parachuted into Panama, beat incredible odds in the streets of Somalia, and currently subdues our enemies in Afghanistan and Iraq. Those graduating today have mastered the basic skills necessary to become infantrymen in the United States Army and stand ready to defend this great nation against all enemies, both foreign and domestic. Trooping line originated over 3 centuries ago, and to this day it remains a traditional element of Army ceremonial reviews. With its symbolic history, the trooping line enables soldiers to physically identify the leader and allows the commander to personally observe and evaluate his soldiers to discern their readiness for combat. The 54th Infantry Regiment, Mailed Foot, was established on 15 May 1917 in the regular Army and organized on 16 June 1917 at Chickamauga Park, Georgia. It was assigned to the 6th Infantry Division on 16 November 1917. During World War I, the regiment participated in campaigns from the Valier Mountains to the Argonne Forest, back to the south of France. The 54th Infantry Regiment was inactivated on 24 October 1922 at Fort Wayne, Michigan during World War II and was reactivated and redesignated the 54th Armored Infantry. The regiment participated in many campaigns in Europe, with a key element of relief for Stone, earning both the Presidential Unit Citation and the Belgian Croix de Guerre Palm. Today, the 2nd Battalion is the only remaining battalion of the 54th Regiment. The 50th Infantry Regiment, Play the Game, was organized on 1 June 1917 in Syracuse, New York. The 50th Infantry was assigned 31 July 1918 to the 20th Infantry Division and was relieved from the 20th Infantry Division on 28 February 1919. The battalion was again reconstituted Regular Army on 8 January 1942 as a company, 50th Armored Infantry, and assigned to the 6th Armored Division. In Europe, as part of General Patton's 103rd Army, the battalion participated in campaigns in Normandy, Northern France, Rhineland, Ardennes-Alsace, and North and Central Europe, was awarded the French Croix de Guerre with Palm. The battalion was again redesignated on 1 July 1963 as the 1st Battalion 50th Infantry and served as the 2nd Armored Division. On 1 September 1967, the battalion was relieved from assignment and was assigned to 2 Corps as General Reserve. The 19th Infantry Regiment, Rock Steady, was organized under authority of a proclamation issued May 4, 1861 by President Abraham Lincoln. The regiment fought on the bloody battlefield of Chickamauga, Georgia. The firmness of the 14th Corps under General Thomas on that disastrous field of Chickamauga was all that saved a terrible defeat from becoming a hopeless rout. Stationed on the left, General Thomas's line, the 19th Infantry Regiment, then commanded by Major E.L. Dawson, again wielded one of the fiercest assault. When the ammunition was exhausted, the men were told to use their bayonets to hold their ground. Its heroic stand against overwhelming odds on September 20th, 1863, won for the 19th Infantry its proud appellation, the Rock of Chickamauga.